Kent Hovind outright lies about Forrest Valkai not having science qualifications or being a scientist. Let's have a listen.
He holds a master's degree in biomedical science and anthropology and 4 undergraduate degrees in biology and is currently a PhD student studying biochemistry. Okay, let's see. He labels his show Scientist Reacts. Forrest, are you a scientist? You haven't graduated with your PhD yet. You think you're a scientist. No, you haven't graduated yet. Let's see. Scientist reacts to debunking radiometric dating. Scientist react. You think you're a scientist. Forrest Valkai. This is his website. Scientist.
Forrest Valkai is not just a student. Yes, he is studying for a PhD, but he already has both bachelor's degrees and master's degree in sciences. And if you do ask the question, do you need a doctorate to be a scientist? The answer is no. In fact, most scientists have either bachelor's or master's degrees, and a few at the top will eventually earn a doctorate. I don't mean buy a doctorate from a diploma mill. I mean earn a doctorate, unlike Kent Hovind. So yes, he is a scientist.
Was Darwin a scientist? I bet you think he was, don't you? Yeah, he had a degree in theology. But you think it was a scientist, and you think you're a scientist.
There's a very simple answer to was Darwin a scientist? Well, Darwin was at the forefront of science, and therefore he is recorded as a scientist because he came up with the theory of evolution, which of course is now established. Now, you may as well ask the question, Kent, do you think that Isaac Newton was a scientist? Well, he's the one that came up with the various ideas and theories. So, yes, he was a scientist, just as Darwin was a scientist. But, Kent, you are not a scientist because you have no science background whatsoever. And in modern times, where it is possible to get a science degree, you've chosen not to. In fact, your worthless diploma mill degrees is in something called Christian education, whatever that is. So, yeah, you might know the Bible, but you don't know science.
Forrest Valkai. This is his website. Scientist. Wow. A PhD student. So if you're a student, it's okay to be a scientist. Huh? Did you anoint yourself with the title scientist and biologist? Is that a title you gave yourself? Because you didn't earn it yet, okay? All I see is you're a student without a PhD, okay? Why don't you be honest and call yourself student? That's all. Did Forrest Valkai actually have any valid credentials? No, he likely has no formal education at all. He's a charlatan. He has spun several articles that he found online.
So, yes, Forrest does have science qualifications. He might be a student of a PhD, but he already has a Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences. So he's graduated from that, Kent. Are you really that stupid that you can't see that? He's also got a master's degree in anthropology and a Bachelor of Science in Integrative Biology. He's also an Associate of Science as well. So he has a whole lot more science qualifications than you, Kent. A whole lot more. So don't be so dishonest. Why are you so dishonest, Kent? You claim to be a Christian. Is it okay to lie for Jesus?
He is 100% fake. He wants money. The idea is any genuine knowledge of biology is literally laughable.
So Kent continues to double down. It is just almost laughable saying that he wants money because he earns money from his shows. What do you think Kent does? Every single show he's asking for money for this, money for that. And then he dares to criticize Forrest for having some sort of an online business. Once again, Forrest is a scientist. He has both bachelor's and master's degrees in science from a proper university. Not a Kent Hovind style one, that's for sure.
Let's see, let me paraphrase Acts chapter 8. There was a certain man called Forrest, which before time on the internet used fancy talk and bewitched the people, giving out that himself was some great science teacher. To whom many gave heed, from the least to the greatest, saying, "This man is a scientist, he must be right." Well, to him they had regard, because of that of a long time he had bewitched them with lies. Yep. That's you, Forrest.
Strangely, Kent has just used a version other than the King James Version. So let's see what it actually says. It doesn't talk about a man claiming to be a scientist. In fact, verse 9 says there was a certain man called Simon, not Forrest, but we know what Kent's doing here, which before time in the same city used sorcery and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out that himself was some great one. Where's the word scientist come in there? Kent has added to the Bible and he's used a different translation because it suits. What a disgraceful Christian Kent is. I can't believe that his followers and acolytes can't see through this rubbish that he spouts. Now, in conclusion, we can easily see that Forrest is a scientist holding bachelor's and master's degrees in science and currently studying towards the higher degree again of PhD. So Kent is lying through his teeth. But let's just have a look briefly to finish at Kent's own so-called qualifications. Well, first of all, he just pretends to be a math and science teacher, and he won't say where because he's embarrassed that it's just Christian schools that hired any old fool. Clearly, otherwise he wouldn't have got a job. He actually lies about majoring in math and science, and I'm just going to conclude with this little clip that proves that. And when he's asked about the background for that claim to major in math and science, he won't give an answer. It's not even at Patriot Bible University. The answer is that he didn't major in math and science, because when you say you major, it's in an institute of higher learning. I mean, not some kindergarten or school.
I started reading my Bible, and I was majoring in math and science, ended up teaching math and science for 15 years and loved both subjects. And I was majoring in math and science, ended up teaching math and science for 15 years, majoring in math and science.
What was your educational background in coming up to be an expert in all of this?
It's irrelevant, okay?
Yeah.
I have 3 earned doctor's degrees from unaccredited universities. I taught science 15 years in high school, science and mathematics.
It was Kent who claimed he majored in math and science. It is perfectly reasonable to ask where. Unless Kent is lying about majoring in math and science, he should answer. The qualifications issue has nothing to do with his PhDs, although they are worthless and are in Christian education, not science and math. If in doubt, read his thesis, which is riddled with errors and would give our hosts at the Random Christian Show truly something to laugh about.